Today we are going to talk about an article by Dave Name called How to Compare Six Sigma, Lean and the Theory of Constraint, a framework for choosing what's best for your organization. In this article, the author discusses the basics of the three improvement methodologies: Six Sigma, Lean Thinking, and TOC. The author presents a model to help you understand their concepts and effects and similarities and differences. Six Sigma claims that focusing on reduction of variation will solve process and business problems. By using a set of statistical tools to understand the fluctuation of a process, management can begin to predict the expected outcome of that process. If the outcome is not satisfactory, associated tools can be used to further understand the elements influencing that process. Through a rigid and structured investigation methodology, the process elements are more completely understood. The assumption is the outcome of the entire process will be improved by reducing the variation of multiple elements. Six Sigma include 5 steps: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Define. Practitioners begin by defining the process. They ask who the customer are and what their problems are. They identify the key characteristics important to the customer along with the processes that support those key characteristics. They then identify existing output conditions along with the process elements. Measure. Next, the focus is on measuring the process. Key characteristics are categorized, measurement systems are verified, and data are collected. Analyze. Once data are collected, it is analyzed. The intent is to convert the raw data into information that provides insights into the process. These insights include identifying the fundamental and most important causes of the defect or problems. Improve. The fourth step is to improve the process. Solutions to the problem are developed, and changes are made to the process. Results of process changes are seen in the measurements. In this step, the company can judge whether the changes are beneficial or if another set of changes is necessary. Control. If the process is performing at a desired and predictable level, it is put under control. This last step is the sustaining portion of the Six Sigma methodology. The process is monitored to assure no unexpected changes occur. Six Sigma is founded on two main assumptions. First, people in an organization understand and appreciate the fact that numbers can represent features and characteristics of a process. They appreciate that a deeper understanding of a data and data analysis can be used to produce improvement, and graphical representation of a data can provide new and different perspectives of the process. Another assumption is that through the reduction of variation of all the processes, the overall performance of the organization will be improved. Lean thinking. Remove waste. Lean focuses on the removal of waste, with it defined as anything not necessary to produce the product or service. There are 5 essential steps in Lean. 1. Identify which features create value. 2. Identify the sequence of activities called the value stream. 3. Make the activities flow. 4. Let the customer pull product or service through the process. And 5. Perfect the process. Identify value. value is expressed in terms on how the specific product meets the customer's need at a specific price at a specific time. Specific products or services are evaluated on which features add value. The value determination can be from the perspective of the ultimate customer or a subsequent process. Identify the value stream. Once value is identified, activities that contribute value are identified. The entire sequence of activities is called the value stream. Then a determination is made as to whether activities that do not contribute value to the product or service are necessary. Necessary operations are defined as being a prerequisite to other value-added activities or being an essential part to the business. Improve flow. Once value-added activities and necessary non-value activities are identified, improvement efforts are directed toward making the activities flow. Flow is the uninterrupted movement of products or service through the system to the customer. Allow customer pull. After waste is removed and flow established, effort turn to letting the customer pull product or service through the process. The company must make the process responsive to provide the product or service only when the customer needs it, not before, not after. Work toward perfection. This effort is the repeated and constant attempt to remove non-value activities, improve flow, and satisfy customer delivery needs. Focus. Simplification of processes results in reduction of variation. As the company looks at all the activities in the value stream, the system constraint is removed and performance is improved. Theory of Constraint (TOC). TOC focuses on system improvement. A system is defined as a series of interdependent processes. An analogy for a system is the chain, a group of interdependent links working together toward the overall goal. The constraint is a weak link. The performance of the entire chain is limited by the strength of the weakened link. In manufacturing processes, TOC concentrates on the process that slows the speed of product through the system. TOC consists of 5 steps. 1. Identify the constraint. 2. Exploit the constraint. 3. Subordinate other processes to the constraint. 4. Elevate the constraint. And 5. Repeat the cycle. Identify. The constraint is identified through various methods. The amount of work in queue ahead of a process operation is a classic indicator. Exploit. Once the constraint is identified, the process is improved or otherwise supported to achieve its utmost capacity without major expensive upgrades or changes. In other words, the constraint is exploited. Subordinate. When the constraining process is working at maximum capacity, the speed of other subordinate processes are based to the speed or capacity of the constraint. Some processes will sacrifice individual productivity for the benefit of the entire system. Elevate. If the output of the overall system is not satisfactory, further improvement is required. The company may now contemplate major changes to the constraint. This is called elevating the constraint or taking whatever action is necessary to eliminate it. Repeat. Once the first constraint is broken, another part of the system or process chain becomes the new constraint. Now is the time to repeat the cycle of improvement. The performance of the entire system is re-evaluated by searching for the new constraint process, exploiting the process, subordinating, and elevating. By focusing on constraints, this methodology produces positive effects on the flow time of the product or service through the system. When the constraint is improved, variation is reduced and quality is improved. Comparing the three methods. The three methods assume the following. The design of the product or service is essentially correct. The design of the product or service is the most economical. Customer needs are satisfied with that design. The current product configuration fulfills the functional requirement of the market and customer. The management structure supports and nourishes change. In these tables, we can see the similarities and differences of the three methods. For example, focus. In Six Sigma, the focus is problem. In lean thinking, the focus is flow. And the theory of constraint, the focus is systems of constraint. Before, we saw that the assumptions are similarities in the three methods, but the primary effects are different. In Six Sigma, we have a primary effect, uniform process output. In lean thinking, the primary effect is reduced flow time. So, in theory of constraint, the primary effect is the flash throughput. Also, we have similarities in secondary effects. For example, less inventory, less variation, less waste, and a new measure for managers, and also improve quality. Major obstacles to improvement. There are major obstacles to improvement methodologies. They address management theory as a secondary or tertiary issue. They don't address policies, either formal or informal. They don't address how managers are measured and rewarded for process improvement. They don't address the general theory of management used by the organization. They don't address the organization's values.